So the Rogue Invitational is back for 2023. It is the third time we're going to see the Rogue Invitational Strongman competition. The Rogue Invitational is back again in the Dell Diamond in the greater Austin area in Texas.
And it will be streamed on YouTube?
Yeah, that is the greatest thing we see about Rogue competitions when it comes to the Arnold and it comes to Rogue Invitational. It's always streamed on YouTube. So the Rogue Invitational has 10 strongmen competing over 2 days, over 6 events. But the most important thing before we get into any of it is the money. The cheddar.
Show me the
cheddar.
money, baby. Show me the money.
So since the Rogue Invitational has started, it has been known for the big money show.
The biggest in strongman sport.
$145,000 for first place.
That's insane amount of money. The second place is $72,000.
$72,685.
And will they do? They did something last year when it comes to like even growing the prize money. Was it?
Yes.
Is it the same this year?
So 2023 it has the Iron Game prize purse.
Okay.
So the 2023 prize purse is locked in with a minimum of $1.275 million. That's for strongman and CrossFit.
And CrossFit, yeah.
So Rogue has promised to provide a $1 million cash investment themselves. $275,000 of Bitcoin purchased at $16,000 per coin. It's been the same. It's always kind of been that kind of way, depending on what the price of Bitcoin is.
Now it's around 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. $5 per attendee ticket will be added to the purse. So for every ticket that's bought, $5 goes into the prize purse. 10% of registration fees for the 2023 online qualifiers. 10% of registration fees for the 2023 community event to see. $5 for every Rogue t-shirt.
Wow. So it will grow.
Keeps growing.
Ooh, that's crazy.
But either way, the minimum is $145,000 first place for strongman.
That's unbelievable amount of money.
And what did you say when we were looking up this information?
What did I say?
You were born.
I was born in the wrong time. Yeah, it's crazy because when I started strongman, the strongman kind of dipped a bit because there was IFSA, where again there was loads of money invested.
There was a big split.
Yeah, and the IFSA boys were getting a
Serious
lot of
money.
cheddar,
Yeah.
a lot of it. And then it just went all south and it went under. And after that, all the prize money, everything just went to
Very bottom of the
shit,
Yeah.
basically.
As long as people keep purchasing things that come to Rogue, money is going to keep going up for the strongmen. So for the 10 strongmen that will be competing for the $145,000, we're going to start off with Tom Stoltman, then go on to his brother Luke Stoltman, Maxime Boudreau, Mitchell Hooper, Mateusz Kiloskowski, Thomas Evans, Trey Mitchell, Alexei Novikov, Bobby Thompson, and Evan T-Rex Singleton.
Very solid lineup.
Very good lineup.
Yeah. It's like probably the best guys in the world competing. Like, I don't know.
There's none of them, well, bar Mateusz with his deadlift, there's none of them really have any bad points to him.
No. Like, we'll go through the events and the only event again that Mateusz will gonna get hurt probably, it's gonna be like everybody knows it's deadlift.
And talking about Mateusz and the deadlifts,
Yep.
the very first event for the Rogue Invitational is the Tower of Power deadlift for reps.
Yeah, they did that last year, but last year was max, I think. And this year they're going for the reps. It's a 19.5-inch deadlift, 408 kg or 900 pounds if
you want to be like that.
Like Americans.
America. No compression, no anything.
Yeah,
It's just
so it's kind of
complete.
raw, which in my opinion, like everybody probably knows by now.
the only way to deadlift.
Yeah,
is
it's the only way to do a deadlift. Again, it's going to be Achilles heel for Mateusz,
Yeah.
who's coming
Always.
back after a long break. It's a partial deadlift, so it's like 19.5 inches, which is pretty high. But loads of guys will get good few reps on it. I think like Tom is looking good. He recently deadlifted like hammered deadlift in Shaw Classic 500 kilos, which is really
very
good.
easy.
Yeah, very easy, yeah.
Lexi Novikov will do very well.
Yeah, that's his event as well to win, in my opinion. Hooper will do well. Bobby Thompson, Evan Singleton,
Trey Mitchell.
he will do really well in that one as well. So
Again, every single one of them.
that
Very
event
good.
is wide open for anyone to win.
Event 2, the Iron Bull sled pull. That's event 2 of day 1. We have a 50-foot track, 60-second time limit, and the sled weighs between 880 pounds to 1,050 pounds, or for the metric viewers, 399 kilos to 476 kilos.
Yeah. It's a new one. It's new one. It's probably like it's a kind of CrossFit event, if you ask me, because strongmen usually will pull planes, buses, trucks, and all other stuff. But this one is like a sled, so it's kind of, again, to me, it's like a kind of bit CrossFit event. But the weight on a sled will be like up to half a ton, I believe. There's no momentum, so it's kind of like it's a totally different pull than you would pull as like plane or a bus. Mateusz is pretty good at pulling events. He's in some of the world's strongest men. He was the best, though he was one of the lightest guys.
Tom Stoutman should do well.
Yeah, Tom will do really well. Yeah. So again, it's a different pull. So I think the guys who train this event the most will get the best result in this one.
I think the benefit of it as well is that you're not using a rope, you're using a harness.
Yeah.
So there's no need for taxing of your grip.
No.
The only thing about it is your legs are going to get pumped.
Yeah. Whoever has strong legs and
good endurance.
Yeah, good endurance. That's
Mitchell Hooper.
Mitch Hooper is going to be really good at it. And then Tom, he looks very heavy.
Yeah, which is going to help him lean forward.
So it's like weight moves weight in a way. So in this situation, I think that's what it's going to be. And the only thing is it's going to be really tasking because, again, there's no momentum. It's going to be the same kind of pace all over. You have to pace yourself pretty well. Otherwise, if you rush it too much,
gonna gas out.
Yeah, you're going to gas out.
And if you leave it too much, you're going to have a bad time.
Yes, so you have to really, like, when it comes to pace, it's going to be very tricky.
So then event 3 of the Rogue Invitational, we have the ultimate log medley. So this is the third event of day 1. We have 2 fingers, each weighing 145 kilos. And then we have 3 log presses of 163 kilos, time cap of 2.5 minutes. And the tiebreaker, if it comes to it, will be the time taken to finish 2 fingers. Very similar to an event we seen last year. That's the super yoke and the log press.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be as hard. That's my opinion, because in super yoke, you kind of like have to, I know, it's like it's a running event or like a moving event. So you're gonna use a bit more energy. With a single fingers, it's gonna be pretty fast. It's only 2 flips. I know they're heavy, but they're not gonna be as tasking stamina-wise. So, and then into the logs, which they did last year, the same event, and I think Mitch Hooper won.
Mitch Hooper won it because super yoke. I think he did the super yoke in like 8 seconds or something.
8 or 9 seconds, something like that.
It's something crazy because the thing about last year was that your super yoke, if you had a bad super yoke, your time was gone.
Yeah.
Because realistically, even though you had like 2.5 minutes,
it's very hard to catch up.
It's so hard to catch up.
Yeah. So this one it's going to be a little bit different in my opinion, and it will suit like again with Tom Stoutman, who's so tall. Mateusz will do well. Hopefully his right elbow is good, but I actually was texting him later on this evening, and he seems like he's very confident when it comes to overhead. So, and again, he has fingers at home, so he can train at event, and that's a huge benefit for him.
So event 4 and the first event of Saturday. So we're talking about the Rogue coaster. Same event as what we've seen last year. So athletes will pull a preloaded cart with 2 70-pound bags and then another 30-pound bag up a 54-foot ramp. Athletes will have to remain seated at all times, and the tiebreaker will be that the points will be split.
Yeah, so loads of guys who competing this year, they did it last year.
It should be all familiar.
Yeah, so they'll know how it feels. They know what mistakes not to make, so it's going to be probably even better times than last year.
Last year, the winner of this event was Martin Litzis. However, he's not going to be competing this year.
Litzis is busy with his
very
YouTube
busy
channel. Traveling the world.
Making some great content.
Yes, he's what's his thing? He's doing Strength Unknown.
Yeah.
And I heard something about that. I think he's trying to
sell it to a big name.
Yes, to a big streaming company, which is like a pretty good idea. He's not competing. He's probably competing next year, most likely in Arnold Classic, because based on his videos, he looks pretty.
He looks ready.
Strong. Yeah, he looks ready. This event will suit probably again
Tom Stoutman.
Tom.
Yeah, everything is just lined up for Tom.
His reach, yeah. Mitch Hooper, he's very explosive. He has very good grip.
Novikov finished 3rd last year in this event.
So Novikov again
has experience
comes into play. Yeah, but with Novikov is like I was talking to him in Show Classic. His right elbow, which might affect him only in overhead events.
Onto event 5 of the Rogue Invitational. We're talking about the Apollon's wheels. So this is an overhead event. So it'll be a 400-pound total weight. We'll have 21-inch train wheels or Apollon wheels. There'll be a 2-inch bar thickness. Time cap is set at 120 seconds. And resting the bar on your belt is not permitted.
I don't think that there is anyone who would do that anyway.
Just straight onto the
Yeah,
base show.
straight. Yeah, and so many good overhead pressers. Now
Again, Mitch, Tom,
Mitch Hooper, Tom Stallman, Trey Mitchell, Mateusz,
Alexi, depending on the elbow.
Alexi. Like, yeah, that's a big one because I think his elbow is not there yet. So I don't know. We'll see. But usually, like before that surgery, he was one of the best pressers, especially in dumbbell. But even he struggled now in this event. He just seems like he can't get it into position. Bobby Thompson. Now that's gonna be a problem, I think.
Yeah, because he
has a six-pack now. Bobby has a six-pack.
Yeah, he's looking in great shape, to be fair.
Yes, he lost
substantial amount of weight.
Yes,
and even at Shaw Classic, he looked lighter. He looked more athletic.
So now I wonder when it comes to this event. So he can press it because his pressing is unbelievable, but when it comes to clean, that might be a problem.
No power belly.
No power belly. Yeah,
and the power belly as well.
Maybe I'm wrong. I know the same with Mariusz Pudzianowski.
Never had a power belly.
Never had a power, and
Great
Axel
presser.
was kind of like when it comes to if you go like beyond 180, it becomes a problem. Especially with cleaning because it's very hard to clean 180
up
straight.
onto your chest,
Yes,
up onto your shoulders.
yeah, it's like you have to be like, I don't know, Olympic weightlifter maybe.
And have that little belly.
Yes. So that's the only downfall with not having power bellies in strongman.
So everybody get a power belly.
Yes.
So the final event over the weekend to finish off the Rogue Invitational 2023 is the duel. This is an event I struggle to get my head around just because it's kind of different to what you usually see towards the end of the strongman show.
I don't get it either. I just it's no, but I don't know how. So
we'll just talk about it. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
So this works off a round system. So we'll have 3 rounds. So round 1, you have 2 heats of 5 men. Athletes will have 60 seconds to lift 3 sandbags into a teeter-totter.
Teeter-totter? Teeter-totter?
Okay, thanks. Which sounds like a seesaw.
Yeah.
Like they load onto one side. Once all bags are loaded, their side will lower. They then must run to the finish line. Bag 1 is 325 pounds, 147 kilos. Bag 2 is 350 pounds, 158 kilos. Bag 3, 375 pounds or 170 kilos. No sandbags must be skipped, and time will stop when athletes cross the finish line.
Right. So that's round number 1.
Yes.
So after round number 1, 5 guys will go through, and they have to do it again.
The same principle again.
Same principle again.
Same bags, same everything.
So
and then after them, we go with the top 2. Top 2 go into the final round, the exact same thing.
So the question would be this. Why do you need to do this event in that way? Instead of like in previous other events, 10 guys go and who gets the best time gets the 10 points, right?
It's to build suspense.
No. I don't, because it's kind of it's not fair. Like, you know what I mean? It's such a I don't understand the purpose of this kind of an event. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I'm trying to figure out. So let's say 5 guys, right? So if someone coming into the last event, he has a substantial lead. Let's say, for example, Tom Stallman, right? So he gets in the second round, and then he can calculate his points, and then he can chill
and decide where he wants to be. So like say if he's in first place and Mitch is in second, and Mitch doesn't make it to the second round.
Yeah. And I can see loads of guys maybe in the second round not finishing the event, because the weights are pretty, like the last sandbag is like 170 kilos.
Very heavy.
That's very heavy. That's like, I can see a lot of bicep.
Don't say it.
Bicep tears.
Don't say it.
I have to say that. The actual pickup is going to be insanely hard on you. And I have to do that for three rounds if you're like doing well in this event.
It's hard to know who's going to do well. Look, Tom Stallman, good with bags. Mitchell Hooper, very good, very athletic, good with the bags. Novikov, depending on his elbow.
Novikov will be good.
He's very athletic.
Yeah.
But like,
but the weights are really heavy.
Yeah.
Like the last one is really, I think it's like 170 is like
imagine no one even got
preposterous.
Past the first round.
Yeah. Like that would be
just one round.
That would be a epic fail.
So as you can see, we're struggling with this to try kind of get our heads around it. The reason behind it, like,
that's That's what I want to know. Like, what's the reason behind this event? Why would you want to do that way instead of saying, right, so 10 athletes will do actually loading event. Whoever gets it, like in Giants Live.
Quickest time.
Quickest time gets maximum points. But with this one, they decide to do the round system. I don't know how it will affect the outcome of the...
It'll be good to see when it comes to like the fifth event.
For us, sure.
Yeah, but like just to see on the fifth event, you're going to say like, right, how is this going to play out in the tables?
Yeah.
Like, how is it going to affect certain athletes? Either way, let us know at home. Like, can't get our heads wrapped around it really. Yeah. It has a fair idea, but we don't know how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comment section down below how you think it's going to fare out. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to be more favoured in this event?
We need to do predictions too.
Yes. On to the main part of the whole video. The people always ask for is the predictions. So we're going to go for a top 3 prediction. So my prediction, I'm going to go first place, Tom Stoneman. I think we can both agree that's probably what's going to happen. Every event we're after naming, Tom Stoneman. I feel in second place, we're going to have Mitchell Hooper. And in third place, I'm going to go for Evan Singleton.
I'll go with Tom. Hooper, it's going to be between Mateusz Kiliakowski
and Singleton.
No.
Oh, no?
Trey Mitchell. We'll see how it goes. But that's what I have. Third place is going to be between Mateusz and Trey Mitchell.
Again, 10 athletes that are well capable of competing very well.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen a lot of these in Shaw Classic this year. Every single one of them was just after the 2 days of competing, they were still ready to go. They could have went for a third day if they wanted.
For sure.
So, very good athletes in that regard. They're very hard to pick a top 3. Let us know in the comment section down below what your top 3 is. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to like the video. If you haven't already, make sure to comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to press the bell icon. It'll keep you up to date with everything else Ladders Brothers. We'll try to keep you as up to date as we can with all the information we get for the Rogue Invitational Weekend. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video.
See you later, guys.